Hello dear students, now we have reached the last lesson of Social Studies of Class 3. Lesson 15, Our Government. The name of the lesson is Our Government. What is a government and what is the role of a government? In the 9th lesson of Social Studies, you have studied that a government is a group of elected people who are responsible for controlling or governing a country or a state. And the role of the government is it looks after the needs and welfare of the people of a country or a state. So, it provides services such as transport, electricity, drinking water, etc. And it also builds roads, schools, hospitals, stadiums, airports, etc. to the people of the country or the state. Then, can you say when did India become independent? India became independent on 15th August 1947. Before 15th August 1947, we were under the control of British rule. India became a free country from British rule after a long struggle. The freedom struggle of India with British is a long story that you will learn in the higher classes. So children, India became independent on 15th August 1947. After India became independent, it was necessary to frame a constitution, or it was necessary to form a constitution. Have you heard about the word constitution? What is a constitution? Do you know? Every independent country has a constitution. The constitution is a set of rules and principles according to which a country is governed or controlled. A constitution is a set of rules. And to form a constitution of India, our leaders formed a constituent assembly. In order to frame the Indian constitution, our leaders formed a constituent assembly. Finally, after 3 years of independence, our leaders formed the Constitution of India or the Indian Constitution on 26 January 1950. And this day is celebrated as the Republic Day. Why do we celebrate the Republic Day on 26 January? Because the Constitution of India or the Indian Constitution came into effect on 26 January 1950. And this day is celebrated as the Republic Day by the people of India. Have you heard about the word democracy? Let us understand the term democracy. Democracy is a form of government of the people, by the people and for the people. Democracy is a form of government of the people, by the people and for the people. And in a democratic country, people elect their representatives. The government is formed by the people. According to our constitution, India is a democratic country. In a democratic country, the people are governed by their own elected representatives. That means in a democratic country, people can choose their representatives. Who are representatives? Representatives are people chosen to speak on behalf of a group, of a large group. Representatives are people chosen to speak on behalf of a large group. Our MLA and MP are examples for representatives. They are elected by the people. Representatives are elected by the people. Who is our MLA? Our MLA is Sri Roshi Agastyan. And do you know who is our MP? Our MP is Advocate Dean Kuriakose. And now we have studied that India is a democratic country. And in a democratic country, people elect their representatives. And these elected representatives together form the government. In the previous year, you might have learned about certain rules such as rules on road, rules in the school, rules at home, etc. Do you know rules are very important for proper functioning of an office, school, bank, hospital, etc. Imagine the condition of the school without any rules. So children, rules are very important for the smooth functioning of a country or a society. You have learned a few things about Parliament. Do you know the Parliament is the highest lawmaking body of our country. The Parliament is the highest lawmaking body of our country. Law in simple meaning rules or set of rules. Laws means rules or a set of rules. And the Parliament is the highest lawmaking body of our country. And the Parliament makes laws for the whole country. The Parliament makes laws for the whole country. In the 14th lesson, we have studied that the Parliament has two houses. Which are they? They are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha is also called lower house and the Rajya Sabha is also called upper house. Then now let us study about Lok Sabha in detail. The term of Lok Sabha is 5 years. The term of Lok Sabha is 5 years. And the Lok Sabha is the more powerful house in the Parliament. Compared to Rajya Sabha, the Lok Sabha is more powerful house. And the Lok Sabha has 545 members. The Lok Sabha has 545 members. Among that, 543 members are directly elected by the people. And 2 members are nominated by the President of India. The total number of members in the Lok Sabha are 545. And the maximum number of members in the Lok Sabha is 552. At present, we have 545 members. Then, the next house of the Parliament is Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha has 250 members. The maximum number of Rajya Sabha is 250. But at present, we have 245 members in the Rajya Sabha. And the Rajya Sabha is the permanent body. And 1/3 of its members retire every 2 years and are replaced by newly elected members. And the term of each member in the Rajya Sabha is 6 years. The term of the members in the Rajya Sabha is 6 years. And the members of the Rajya Sabha are not directly elected by the people. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected by the members of the State Legislative Assembly or MLAs of each state. Next, now let us see the difference between the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Now we have studied that the Parliament has 2 houses. Which are they? They are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. At present, Lok Sabha has 545 members. Among that, 543 members are directly elected by the people. At the same time, 2 members are nominated by the President of India. The members of the Rajya Sabha is at present 245. Then compared to Lok Sabha, compared to Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha is the more powerful house. And the Lok Sabha is also known as lower house. At the same time, the Rajya Sabha is also known as upper house. And the term of the members in the Rajya Sabha is 6 years. At the same time, the term of the members in the Lok Sabha is 5 years. The members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people. At the same time, the members of the Rajya Sabha is not directly elected by the people. They are elected by the members of the state legislative assemblies. Now we have studied that the Parliament is the highest lawmaking body in the country and it makes laws for the whole country. In the case of states, laws are made by the State Legislative Assembly. The State Legislative Assembly makes laws to each state. And the members of the Lok Sabha and the members of the legislative assemblies are directly elected by the people. The members of the Lok Sabha and the members of the state legislative assemblies are directly elected by the people. At the same time, the members of the Rajya Sabha are not directly elected by the people. They are elected by the members of the state legislative assemblies. Then the members of Lok Sabha and the members of Legislative Assembly are directly elected by the people through elections. Now let us understand the term election. What is an election? An election is a process in which people vote to choose a person or a group of people. An election is a process in which people vote to choose a person or a group of people. Elections are held once in 5 years. In India, after every 5 years, there is an general election to form the central government. At the same time, in India, after every 5 years, there is an assembly election to form the state government. Then, do you know, in India, every citizen who is 18 years of age or above has the right to vote. The first general election in India was held in 1952. After India became independent, the first general election in India was held in 1952. There are several political parties in India. Indian National Congress, BJP, Communist Party of India are some examples for political parties in India. They have different programs and policies. At the time of elections, each party puts up its candidates for election. What do you mean by candidate? A candidate is a person who stands for election. A candidate is a person who stands or conducts for election. Any person who has completed 25 years of age can be a candidate. An Indian citizen who has completed 25 years of age or above can be a candidate in these elections. On the day of election, voters go to the nearest polling booth and vote for the person of his or her choice. And these votes are later counted. After the general election, the candidate who gets the maximum number of votes is declared as elected, and he becomes the member of the parliament, and he is also known as MP. And after the assembly election, the person or the candidate who gets the maximum number of votes in the election declared as elected, and he becomes the member of legislative assembly, and he is also known as MLA. Who is our current president? The present president of India is Sri Ramnath Kovind. Do you know the president of India is the head of the country, and he is elected by the members of the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, and also by the members of the state legislative assembly of each state. The president of India is not directly elected by the people. He is elected by the members of the parliament or MPs, and also by the members of the state legislative assemblies or MLAs. The president appoints the prime minister, the council of ministers, the governors of the states, the chief justice, and other judges of the Supreme Court and the high courts. The president of India appoints the prime minister and the council of ministers, the governor of the states, the chief justice, and other judges of the Supreme Court and high courts. We all know that Sri Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. There are several political parties in India. After the general election, the party which gets a majority seats or representatives in the Lok Sabha forms the central government. And the leader of that party, The leader of the majority party becomes the Prime Minister and he is appointed by the President of India. The Prime Minister of the country is the head of the central government. Just now we have studied that the President is the head of the country. At the same time, the Prime Minister is the head of the central government or union government. He rules the country with the help of a cabinet or a council of ministers. After the general election, the Prime Minister chooses several ministers to help him or her for governing the central government. And in the council, there are ministers for home, finance, defense, external affairs, industries, agriculture, etc. Do you know who is the central home minister? Amit Shah. Then who is the central finance minister? Nirmala Sitharam. Children, try to find out the name of other central ministers with the help of your parents. Then each state has its own government. Each state has its own government formed through state assembly election. Do you know the governor is the head of the state and he is appointed by the President of India. Just now we have studied that the President of India is the head of the country. At the same time, in the state, the governor is the head of the state and he is appointed by the President of India. And earlier we have studied that the parliament makes the laws for the whole country. The highest lawmaking body in our country is parliament. In the case of state, laws are made by the state legislative assembly. The state legislative assembly makes laws for each state connected with the matters of that state. The members of the state legislative assembly are directly elected by the people through state assembly election for the term of 5 years. And the chief minister is the head of the state government. Now we have studied that the prime minister is the head of the central government. At the same time, the chief minister is the head of the state government in each state. And he chooses a council of ministers to help him. The chief minister and the council of ministers together govern the state government. The term of legislative assembly is 5 years. The next topic is the courts. Sometimes disputes means quarrels or arguments arise about the implement of the rules. Such disputes, such quarrels or arguments are settled in courts. The Supreme Court is the highest court in our country, and the head of its head is Chief Justice. The head of the Supreme Court is the Chief Justice, and in each state has its own High Court, and the head of and there is a head for each High Court, and it is known as the Chief Justice. Now we have studied about the government in detail. I hope you all understood this lesson. Read the textbook several times. Complete the notes. If you are having any doubts regarding this lesson, contact me. Thank you.